Hey there, planners. Today I want to talk about updates to my planning system for the month of November. Here we are. It's getting ready to get hectic, and I need my planner system to be on point for the next couple months. I also want to chit-chat about a few things I'm thinking about for 2025, a couple new tools that I found, so this is probably going to be pretty chatty. Go grab your planners and let's get planning. All right, here it is. We are in the month of November, believe it or not. We are closing in on the end of the year, getting ready to tap into all that new year energy. Super exciting time. And I wanted to get my planners ready to go for the month of November, and I did. I'm just going to show you how I'm updating each for the month ahead. So I have my bullet journal, which I have been using for pretty much the entire year. The way I have been using this has shifted and changed a little bit, but I have been pretty consistent in it. I feel like 2024 is the year I fell back in love with the bullet journal. And then also I have my little A6 everyday carry. This is an A6-stology. This is my workhorse and commonplace notebook, planner, on the go, messy note-taking, like this is my everything else. This has turned into more of my memory keeping place where I just store the archive of what happened in our lives. So I'm going to show you how I set up both of these for the month of November. I will start with my bullet journal because I want to make some changes to my everyday carry, and so we'll walk through that after I show you what's going on in here for the month of November. So November, I got the markers out. So I went with just some good old-fashioned sketching and coloring this month, which typically I do not have time for. If you remember, in the month of October, it was very much a stick down some printables, use the stickers that I had. I actually took my time for this month ahead and did some drawing, which I am not an artist, but I do have fun pretending to be one. So I got out my markers and my pens, and as I had time, I would just sketch a little bit. And I went with a theme of actually The Wizard of Oz because I recently watched the name is escaping me right now. I cannot remember. It's like Over the Rainbow or something. I cannot remember what the name of the documentary is, but it is the story of Judy Garland as an adult, just the last few years of her life, and with little glimpses back into her childhood, and just a really interesting story, things I didn't know. It caused me to go, because it is very cinematic, so you never know like what's true and what's been, dramatized. So I just did a little reading about Judy Garland. And anyway, I just brought back a little bit of nostalgia for The Wizard of Oz, because around this time of year would show The Wizard of Oz on TV on like a Saturday night. And it was kind of a big deal when The Wizard of Oz was coming on. It was like an event, pop popcorn and watch The Wizard of Oz. And that is just so nostalgic for me. Brings back memories of home. And so when I think of November, I think of home and, coming home and having people come home and really getting cozy in the house and celebrating in the house. Anyway, I'm probably gushing a lot here, but hence the reason for my theme. And so that's what you're going to see this month. There's no place like home. And I really did just have fun drawing. Now, this video is not about my drawing. It is about how to enjoy your planner system and have it work for you. So what I would say is, for me, this is very therapeutic. Maybe for you, sticking stickers down, maybe for you, just getting very functional and tactical. I would just encourage you to use your planner system as a way to tap into your creativity, whatever that may mean for you. Maybe it's stickers, maybe it's printables, maybe it's, drawing or painting or collaging, whatever it is. Just try to use elements of your journaling or planning system to tap into your creativity. Okay, so here's the monthly calendar. I started out with this bullet journal and my bullet journal this year using the monthly calendars as sort of like the master calendar. I have since moved that into this everyday carry, but this does serve as a really great way to keep up with what is happening in our lives. And so I do like to have a record of that. I tend to, in most past years, I have hopped around a little bit in planners, and that means that I may not have one cohesive, consistent record, like one single planner for the whole year, but it is nice to have a record keeping, like memory keeping space where our lives are archived. I've talked about this in previous videos. I was inspired by Lindsay Scribbles here on YouTube and Instagram, and how she uses the concept of archiving. So I've really embraced that in my system this year in 2024. That's what this calendar serves as. It's just got some key activities on there for us to remember. So, and a little bit of drawing. Again, not a lot of skill here, but you know, did have some fun drawing the yellow brick road with some poppies and all of that stuff. Okay, goals. Now I will flip back to a previous month so you can actually see how I set out the goals. I have my word of the year, which is renew, and I have a verse that I capture every month. I put my scripture for my word of the year, my anchor scripture. I'll show you it here too. So that's Romans 12:2. And then I have my 5 categories where my goals fit in: spiritual, family, health, home, and resources. And you can see those laid out in the previous month's spread as well. And then I will go in, and I have not done this yet. This is yet to do. I will go in and actually write out what the specific goals are for this month. So I actually, at the beginning of this journal, I have the second half of the year goals laid out and what I needed to accomplish for the second half of the year. And then I just use the monthly spaces to actually list specifically what I'm going to be accomplishing that month. So I have yet to do that here. I have more videos about my goal planning system. It's very simplified. I've tried lots of different systems. I'm thinking about some different things for 2025. I'll have some videos listed down below about that. But this is something I have to come back and do. And then I have the meals and memories spread. Oh, I should say, I meant to show you guys. So if you notice, this looks kind of funny. I'm actually checking my spelling as I'm flipping through, because I had spelled this and we got all done and was like, oh yeah, I'm so happy with this page. And then realized it said November. November. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So I had to cut out a little piece of paper and paste it over. And anyway, you probably can't see it, but of course I can. So I'm actually like checking the spelling as I'm going through because I'm such a terrible speller. Anyway, okay, meals. I'll show you what this looks like in October. I just like to keep a record of what we ate and just high level memories. Sometimes I'll put photos in here. Sometimes it's just words. I'm not quite done with October yet, but yeah, so this is where I will list out the meals we had, and I will list out memories or tape in photos, things like that. So, and then I go right into the weeks. And the way I've been using the weeks, it's changed a lot. I did initially use the weeks as actually weekly planning in my bullet journal, and I would have this was like the planner that I carried around. It started to get a little bulky, and I felt like I needed a bit more freedom to just use pages and make messy notes, and also have, be able to flip and do a daily if I wanted to. So I actually transitioned this to be more of memory keeping. So I'm using this more to write in just high level memories, things that happen, things that I want to remember through each day. And I don't come here every day. What I typically do will be to pick this up 2 or 3 times throughout the week, or if it's a very busy week, once at the end of the week and just kind of go back in. And I use this planner to reference, to, you know, jog my memory about what was going on. And then I just come in here and I capture sort of the memories from each of the days or the week and write it in. And so I've given myself, you'll see, I've given myself space on each of the days to do some writing. And I just went all the way across the page here. Got the Wicked Witch of the West. Isn't she awesome? Might be my favorite character. I don't know why. Like, I'm not typically one who goes for the bad guy, but I absolutely love her. So, okay. And then here's the next week. This is the 11th through the 17th. Got Dorothy's house and plenty of room to write. Then this is the week of the 18th through the 24th. Plenty of room to write here. And then the final week, Thanksgiving week, will go here. So that is how I've set it up. And I love the theme. It was so much fun. I just kind of did it, you know, weekends, nighttime while I was watching a movie, or, you know, just kind of hanging out with the family, working on this. It's not an incredible amount of artwork, but it was very fun to put together. So I'm excited about using this for the month of November as our record keeping. Now let's move on to the workhorse. And I actually want to make an update to this little guy for the month of November. All right, I love this cover so much. It is so amazing that I actually picked up a second one a while ago. There was a sale going on these covers. These are the Oxnight covers that you can find on Amazon. They are so comparable to the Moterm covers, but less in cost. And I just find them to be so perfect. Very durable. Like, this thing I don't treat it very nicely. And it is really holding up. And look at the pebbling. It's really gorgeous. It feels great. I'm really impressed with these covers. So I picked up another one, and look at this color red. So I am a sucker for like a deep, what I would call Christmas red. And so I know I'm afraid to even say the word Christmas, because I know some people are like, you know, don't play Christmas music, don't talk to me about Christmas, don't crisp with the Christmas, until it is actually Christmas. And I totally get that. But I literally count down the days to Christmas. So I'm already thinking about it. And I apologize for that ahead of time, but not really. So I wanted to put this guy in the red cover. Because I want to get in the spirit of the holiday, and I don't want to wait until December. I want to do it now. Now, I am thinking that I will probably put, because this is so yellow, and that I do not think looks very good, I'm thinking that I'll put some Christmas paper, maybe, underneath here. So we'll do that at the end. I will actually just flip through what I've got going on for the month of November. In here, and then spend some time switching it over to the next cover. As I said, this is going to be a very chatty video. Okay, so for the month of November, the way I have been using decor, stickers, things like that in here is really trying to use up what I have, because I have so much. I keep two big boxes in the corner of my office. One is for spring and summer planner items, and one is for fall and winter planner items. And as I have things left over, I just throw them in that bin. Like, here are some things that I just grabbed out. Like, this whole set, you've got vellum, stickers, acetates, clips, you know, die cuts, like, I just throw sticker sheets that you've used like half a sheet, all of that stuff. I just throw them in. I have 2 seasonal boxes. I probably should split it out into 4 seasonal boxes at this point. But anyway, so I have so much leftover stuff, and I cannot bring myself to throw it away. And I really am even considering in 2025 having like a low spend year on planner supplies, because I have so much stuff and I cannot bring myself to throw it away. So I'm thinking it'd be a great year to use it. But anyway, so the majority of November, and really October as well, is what is laid down here are leftover supplies that I pulled out of those boxes because I'm trying to use things up. So these actually come from a site I did want to share with you because I feel like I stumbled upon a gold mine. Journaling Home. Actually, let me check that and make sure that's the name. Yes, it's Journaling Home. On Instagram, also a Facebook group, there are a ton of freebies. Now, there's also a shop on Etsy, and I believe what's happened is there used to be a ton of freebies, and then they opened up a shop and like monthly releases and absolutely beautiful artwork like this. This was a past freebie that I snagged. So I've talked before about how I keep a external hard drive that I just dump all the planner freebies in. That's exactly what I did. It was like a treasure trove of freebies. So if you want to check that out, I'll have the Instagram IG link down below so that you can go check that out. But that's where these came from. Aren't they beautiful? I mean, that's November right there. Snuggly, cozy, pine cone, sweater, coffee. Yes. So that's November. Just stuck a little tab here. And then I have my series of calendars. I have a ton of calendars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 calendars. And this whole 4 calendar deal, like, I am so addicted to this 4 calendar deal, and I'll show you why. Let me flip back to October. So master calendar, meals, weather, gratitude. And I haven't actually completed all of October yet. I'm running a little bit behind. But I absolutely love having all 4 of those calendars right here in this planner, which is causing me to spiral a little bit when I am thinking about potentially using the Hobonichi A6 Han for 2025 because I don't have my 4 calendars there. So anyway, that's a discussion for later. So master calendar, again, these are all just leftover stickers from various sticker kits that I already had. I put everything in here, and it's amazing to me that the A6 provides, like, there's a really nice size calendar box that I can fit everything in. So loving that. This is my meals. I like to meal plan in here. I also like to look back on there. You'll see these little stickers. I got the cutest little sheets from Planner Kate. Look how adorable these are. When she had one of her sales, there's like a warehouse sale or something, and I'm so excited about using these this month. These are so adorable, and these are example of the type of sheets that I will have for years because I will continue to pull them out and use them. All right, so meals. Then we have the weather. I love to track the weather, so I like having that in here. And then we have gratitude, so I also like to spend time doing that. And these are all triggers to remind me of what we did when it is time for me to come in and update the memory keeper. So that's a great tool for that. Okay, and then I go straight into the weeks. I am really liking this format. I'm finding that this is plenty of room for me to use. These are all old sticker kits. So just pulling the washi off the old sticker kits with the dates and days. Takes like 5 seconds to set this up. It's fantastic. So I will just start coming in here and populating to-do list. And as I have room, I will pop in little notes. Let me see if I can find a week from the past that is a good example. Okay, here's an example. I might have some of this blurred out because there are some things that I just don't want to share with the internet. But this is a good example of what a week looks like. It's crowded and busy and crazy, and I absolutely love it like that. I really love it like that. So I'll stick stickers down in here. I'll make notes, what we're having for dinner that night, what things I need to do, things that happened, little notes, and all that stuff. So this is a great example of what it looks like when it's all done. It's a mess, but it's a record, and it gets the job done for me. So this is how I have November set up. And then I think, yeah, I just plugged in my, I voted early photo here, and I left myself some room because it is an election. These things only happen once every general national election only happens, presidential election only happens once every 4 years. And so I like to have a little space for memory keeping about it. And this one certainly seems to be you know, to promise excitement. And I'll leave it at that. But I've got some room to put some notes here. Go vote. Go vote. All right, so that is the November setup in the planner. I do want to move it here into this one. So I think what I'd like to do is take it out of this clear cover and add some paper around the outside so that when you open it up, it looks more holiday-ish. That's what I'm thinking. The inside, I'm not going to worry about that. I actually already pulled out some of the stuff that was in here. I'm going to leave that as is, but I do want to make it sort of look more holiday in here. Zoom out just a little bit. And so I've got some holiday paper that I thought I would flip through these 2 packs of paper and see if I can find something like something that will go with this, maybe that will work for both Christmas and Thanksgiving. Ooh, look at the cardinals. Aren't they so pretty? I am such a sucker for red. Love that, but it feels a little too early to do snow here in southeastern US. That's beautiful. Love that. Look at all these colors. Okay, I know you probably don't want to see me flip through paper packs, so let me spend a minute looking through here and I will try to find something that's going to work. All right, here's the 2 finalists. I remembered that I had this sheet and oh my goodness. Oh, I love that. I love, love, love that. I think I love the buffalo plaid and it goes really well with that, but I think this one. So I'm going to use this one on there. Plus this paper is just a little bit thinner than this paper and I'm trying not to have this guy bulk up too much. So the way I'm going to do this, you know, sometimes I've seen people like try to, you know, outline that. The best way I've found is when you have a clear cover to actually use your clear cover. So I'm just going to come up here and use the lines, use the corner, and then just draw out the edge. All right, and even that may still be a little too big once I actually get it cut down, but it's a great starting point. So let me get this cut down. Okay, I cannot find my corner rounder. It's one of those things, it doesn't matter where I put it. I can never remember where I put it, but that's okay. We're perfectly capable of rounding corners this way, and actually probably are going to have to come back in and trim it anyway, so this is fine. Because I have a feeling I'm going to have to do this a couple times as I try to get it to fit in there. Usually it ends up initially being too long this way. So let's see. Now I'm just going to try to fit the paper. Yeah, see, I can already tell it's going to be, oh yeah, just a little bit too tall. So I'm going to take off a little bit because I want it to fully cover the yellow underneath. And then re-round that corner. And this is such an easy way to update your planner. If you are like me, you like, you know, you get a little antsy in a planner after a while. And this is such an easy way to update the look of your planner without having to change the planner. It's just like, you know, changing out the cover. Okay, so that fits really nicely in there. It looks like it's going to be a little too long down here, so let me trim this just a little bit. When you're in a ring planner, it's easy to change out the cover and just update it that way. But when you're in a hardbound planner, I find that's really the benefit of these little plastic covers, not only to protect, you know, the binding as you grow the bulk of your planner, but also to allow you to easily switch out the season, because this yellow was absolutely ideal for summer. And when did I start this planner? I think I started it in July. So this was, or June. This is absolutely perfect for summer and fall, but not a great fit for Christmas. Okay, it's buckling just a tiny bit, Let me see if I can take off just a smidge. Okay, so that is laying pretty flat. There is just a little bit, but I don't want it to be too small in there because then you end up with the sides pulling. Okay, let's see how this does when we slip it in there. And this does not match, but that's okay. I do not look at this first inside cover very often. So I think that'll be okay. And then the way I get it in this back, because it can be a little tough, is to actually fold it back on itself and then just slide it in. Ta-da! Look how cute that is. Okay, let's get it in its little cozy cover. And I'll zoom you in just a little bit. Get this in its little cozy cover back here. Oh my goodness. That makes me so happy. Now I actually cut these off, and I think I'm gonna do it again. I cut them off because these get in my way. I don't use them and they kind of get in my way. So I'm going to snip those. I know some of you, that may have made you scream for me to do that, but I just don't use them. Let's see if I can get it a little closer. Yeah, perfect. So I don't really use that, and so it's just not, it actually gets in my way when I'm trying to write on the planner and use the planner. Okay, perfect. Isn't that so cute? Now this cover, because it's new, it's not sitting quite as flat. If you look at this one, it sits perfectly flat, right? This one is wanting to kind of pop up like that, and that's just because I haven't used it yet. This will completely work itself out by 2 weeks. 2 weeks and it'll work itself out from me opening and closing it and holding it and moving it and, you know, just getting used and all greased up. And you can be sort of rough with these things because they're very hardy, but that will work itself out. So I absolutely love the way that looks. Now, let me pop a few things in the pockets. All right, coming into this, I totally told myself I was gonna put a mix of Christmas and a little bit of, you know, Thanksgiving with my turkey clip and stuff. But then when I got into it, Christmas just happened. So that's what we're going with. Oh, I did want to put this little guy in. I forgot about this little guy. So this is an old gift card that I put, you know, buffalo plaid on, but I could not bring myself to throw it away. He's so cute. And then look at this. Do you not just love this? I almost feel like this, kind of want this over here. I'm not quite sure what to do with it. I never know how to put this in here because it never quite fits. But I absolutely love it. I love it so much. I can't even remember the shop that this came from, but love it. Anyway, I'll play more with that later. But that brings the holly jolly to my planner in a way that makes me so happy. And now my little planner is ready to go. Okay, so I had a couple of other things I wanted to chat about. One is this guy. So I don't think you've seen this cover, but you have seen this planner if you watched my 2025 Hobonichis video. I had a whole family of these Liberty Fabric Hobonichis. I had this, I actually got this, I can't remember where I got it. This is a Moterm cover, but it was like a discounted or discontinued or discounted or on sale something. Maybe during the last Prime Day. I picked this up a while ago, and I just felt like this went perfectly with that little strawberry in there. Now, I won't do a full flip through of this again, but this is the Hobonichi Techo A6 Han, meaning that it has the monthlies and the daily pages. It does not have the weeklies. I really thought that this would replace the role that my Stology is playing. That was the initial thought. So next year I would use this Hobonichi A6 because I love the size. I'm completely in love with the size. It's perfect size for throwing in my purse. However, the more I'm flipping through and thinking about these daily pages and how I'm going to use them versus how I am setting up and loving the weekly pages in my Stology, I don't even use daily pages in here. So I don't know that transitioning away from weeklies altogether, because I even considered, maybe I take like the Monday page, right? So here's Saturday, Sunday. Maybe I take the Monday, Tuesday, the first 2 pages of the week and draw in a weekly, but then I lose the dailies, and it's like, well, then what's the point of having a printed planner? Anyway, I've just kind of been spiraling around this, and I think I've landed on, I need to stay with Stalogy. I really like the freedom of this notebook and being able to turn the page. I mean, there are some really messy note pages in here, and I don't know that I would want to waste a daily page. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm thinking. You guys continue to put your wonderful ideas down in the in the comments below. Someone even commented on the video where I talked about how I might possibly use this. What are you going to do without your weeklies? And great question. And I have just been circling around that. So then that leads me to think, what if I used this for memory keeping? Because it does have that daily space and that monthly space, and that's really what I'm using. I could use that to do memory keeping. Anyway, I'm still thinking about it. And that's okay. We've got time, so I've got time to swirl and spin on that a bit more. Okay, I wanted to talk about one more thing that I picked up. This is such a chatty video. It just keeps going, doesn't it? Okay, last item though. I wanted to talk about this. So my husband and my daughter, one of my daughters, they very much enjoy hunting season. So if you have family members or you yourself enjoy that, we're here at that time of year, at the end of the year. And my husband, I think he actually enjoys watching wildlife more than he actually enjoys hunting for wildlife because he's got cameras and he keeps notes and, all this stuff. And he's been tracking certain wildlife, over the course of a couple years now, and can tell by their markings and stuff. And he just really enjoys that part of it. And so he actually asked me, he's not a planner like I am at all. He appreciates that I am, but he's not one. But he actually asked me if I could help him set up a log of the wildlife that he is encountering and notes about hunting conditions, and everything can impact hunting conditions like moon phases and weather and temperature and wind direction, all that stuff. He's really gotten more and more into just kind of observing the conditions and wanting to track that. So he asked me if I could help him set up some sort of logbook where he could record this stuff. And I had a good conversation with him. Like he's given me his little list of things that he wants to track. And I wanted to share the tool that I picked up because I could see this being useful for a lot of different things. And I had not encountered this before, this product before. So I wanted to share it with you. This is a B5 100 GSM graph paper notebook from the brand Ansopu. I am 100% sure I'm mispronouncing that. It is ANSOPU. I will have it listed down below. So it's B5, meaning that it's about 7.5 or 10 by 7.5 is the space. I have started some set up. So I've actually stamped in here using my little stamps. My husband's hunting log, and then, he can have a starting date and end date, because this actually has 360 pages that are numbered, and they are graph paper. So this is what I thought was so interesting about it. You can see the numbers there at the bottom, and then the graph paper is really interesting. Of course, the Stalogy paper has the really, really light grid, but that's not really like graph paper. It's more gridded paper. This is actually graph paper. And so I just thought it was really interesting notebook, and 360 pages. I mean, that's quite a bit. It comes in a number of colors. This is the hunter green, or just green, I guess is what it's called. But it also has black and pink and a couple of other colors. It also comes in this size dot grid paper, and then other sizes like A5 graph, A5 dot grid. It comes in an A4, which is like the standard letter size, larger notebook. So the design on the front is really beautiful, and I thought, you know, perfect for a hunting log. But the way I plan to set this up for him is just to have a space for him to enter notes prior to this year, and then actually give him a place to enter log with some prompts like, you know, the date, location, weather information, time information, moon phase, you know, all of that stuff, and then enter some notes, and even have some photos too. So anyway, I just wanted to share this notebook. I'm sure not everybody is out there looking for a hunting log or a wildlife log. However, if you're looking for a larger, you know, B5 size notebook, this could be a really good option. I'll have it listed down below in case you're looking. Okay, long chatty video today. Lots of setup information, lots of getting ready for the new year, and even some new items. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear from you. We are getting ready to head into the busy part of the year, the end of the year. That new year energy is just around the corner. How are you feeling about the month of November, the end of the year? Your planner system, where are you with your planner system? Do you have it all figured out? Are you just now starting to think about what you might use next year? I'd love to hear all of that down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this. And as always, thanks for planning with me.